on, okay? Grab your foot, okay? So pretend the wall is now on this side. You're going to go down just a little way and come up, okay? I'm holding the wall here. Just a little way and come up. And then eventually maybe you go down just a little way and come up without the wall. And then eventually maybe use the wall and go down a little deeper. And then without the wall, a little deeper. And then finally, you're right down on the ground doing your shrimp squats. Yeah, got it. I think the word shrimp squats is hard.